Hi YouTube, it's Kathy and I'm here to announce Sci-Fi September. It's so fun to be asked to co-host a new readathon, and I'm very excited for this one because I used to read about a third contemporary, a third sci-fi, and a third fantasy, and I feel like my sci-fi numbers are really low this year, so I'd like to bump them back up. This is a readathon that's taking place September 1st through 30th, and all we want you to do is read sci-fi. Announcement video over. That was easy. Nope, if you're the person that likes to get into the nitty-gritty details, I have some more for you. Firstly, I'm not the only host at this shindig. In addition to me, we also have Sajed, Jesse, and Kelly. All of their information is down below, so if you've never checked out their channels before, or you haven't been there recently, be sure to do that. Our main goal is just to get people to read sci-fi. However, because some people like to have some structure, we do have a bingo board for you. Ooh, The challenges aren't a necessary prerequisite for taking part in Sci-Fi September, but if you are the type of person that likes to have challenges, these are for you. Yes, you can double up, triple up, quadruple up on prompts if you can, that is totally fine. Also, if you read one sci-fi thing during September, technically you've participated. Let's go through these prompts because some of them are straightforward and some of them you might want a little bit more of an explanation as to what they mean. Unpopular or unheard of, anything that's really under the radar and is not super hyped. Classic or an older book, for our sakes we're just gonna say anything that was published before the 21st century. Non-space, because yes, there is some sci-fi that doesn't take place in outer space. Time travel, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Fantasy elements, any sci-fi that has some fantasy in it, which is what I like to call science fantasy, that's actually a subgenre. It is a lot of fun sometimes. Next is Global South. This doesn't have to be set in the Global South because obviously, as we've already discussed, a lot of sci-fi takes place in outer space or on other worlds. In that case, it does have to have a Global South author. A robot or an AI presence, that one's pretty straightforward. Contemporary with sci-fi elements. You could also think of this one as speculative fiction. So contemporary or slightly further along than we are in our current timeline, but has some sciencey bits to it. Aliens. That one's pretty straightforward. Queer is also pretty straightforward, has to have a queer protagonist, doesn't have to be centered around their queerness though. Non-human main characters, so it could be a robot, this is a good one for doubling up, it could be an animal, it could be anything. Sci-fi gets weird sometimes. Short story, that one again, pretty straightforward. Water. This is a sci-fi story where water is at the center of it. So this could be a climate fiction set in the future with some sci-fi elements. This could be basically anything, as long as it's got water in there somewhere. Be creative. Popular or hyped, again, this one is pretty straightforward and the exact opposite of the first prompt. Steampunk, which is anything that falls into the genre of steampunk. And last but not least, recommended to you. So if somebody has recommended it to you, whether it be personally or they've recommended it to you in a video, all of it counts. There we have it. Those are the 16 prompts on the bingo board, or the Bing board as Sajed likes to call it because it only has 4 columns. In addition, if you participate on the hellscape known as Twitter, we do have a Twitter account. It's Sci-Fi September, which is nice and easy. Follow that for any updates or reading sprints or anything like that that we might end up doing. Speaking of, if you want an alternative to Twitter, Kelly is also setting up a Discord for us. So that is a place where you can buddy read with other people or get recommendations for the different prompts or just hang out, really. That will also be another place where any announcements, we will put them there. Lastly but not leastly, we are planning on doing at least a couple of live shows, which will mostly be reading sprints on our YouTube channels, so watch this space for that. We haven't decided exactly when they're happening because everybody's in a different time zone, we're all over the world, we'll figure it out and let you know. All of the hosts will be putting up our personal TBRs about a couple of weeks before the readathon starts, and some of us are going to do recommendations in those videos or separate recommendations videos, plus we all have some form of videos in our pasts that we've done, so check out our channels if you would like to figure out what you're going to read for these prompts. Or read whatever the heck you want. Read whatever sci-fi you want to read, I'm going to read the sci-fi I want to read, and then we're all going to talk about it. That's what BookTube's all about. It's great. That's it for this announcement. If you're excited, let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. If you don't feel like leaving a comment but want to make sure that I know you were here, just leave me an emoji or a smiley face if you're on your keyboard. Some people have asked if there's a way to financially support this channel, so I set up a Ko-fi account, which is a digital tipping service. The link for that is down below, as well as my PayPal link and my Amazon wishlist in case you would like to buy me a sci-fi book for this readathon. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!